father was in service in native princely state, Jhalawar, and that's where my mother had a lot of contact, being one of the main consort of the Maharani, to hear very famous singers. There was one that I liked very much, and she sang a lot. It says, "Where is the jewel of my life? Where is Krishna?" That's the first line she used to hum. It went something like that. Kahan jivan dhana vrindavan man prana kahan mere hridaya ki raja kahan jivan dhana. Baba used to tell me all the time that you have tremendous talent and I would love to train you, but in the beginning it was very difficult. I was in an adjacent house, old stone house, with creaky doors and windows, cockroaches, lizards, at times snakes passing through, and wolves howling in the night. I used to get scared on a charpai khatiya, very coarse. After all those years of five-star hotels and all the glitter and glamour of the West, and I was totally spoiled, and I was 18 then. So once only, I think, it happened that he was teaching me a very difficult, complex thing, which is known as bowl and kirtan together, left hand and right hand bowl. So I was being able to do a little, but not completely, not the coordination. Da 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 da, things like this. So it was not clear, the bowl or the sound production. So normally he would have raised his hand and given a slap to any other student, but all he did is to say that you have no strength in your wrist. You are like a girl. Go wear bangles. I had the advantage, being in my early age in the West, having met a lot of Western musicians, heard their idea about our music, They used to say the music is good but very monotonous, it goes on, etc. So I felt very angry that they couldn't understand the greatness of our music. So I thought I could do it. So that's how it happened. I took it on myself and came for the first time in 1956. I became very famous as a classical musician of India. That was the first phase of my coming to West on my own. The second phase started from about 1966, mid-1966. That's when George Harrison became my student. I had not really known at all who the Beatles were or what they stood for, and I learned only then that they are very, very popular, very famous. So anyway, it was George who was the one who immediately came to me and talked and wanted to know about and said he wants to learn from me. And that's how he came to India in the very beginning of 1967. I was very conscious of this whole superficiality and especially the drug scene and this mixture of whole Tantra, Mantra, Kama Sutra and Hashish and Om it was really painful to me. On the other hand, at the same time, in India, people were just criticizing me that I've gone completely haywire, making money, commercializing myself. I become a hippie, I become a Beatle. I mean, imagine. Bangladesh, Bangladesh, where so many people are dying fast. It sure looks like a mess. I've never seen such distress. I was hearing all the time all these millions of refugees coming, pouring to India, and all that made me feel very sad, and I thought I should do something. And this was when I was in Los Angeles, and George was there. So I told him that I want to do something. Can you help me? He said, certainly. And within 2-3 weeks, we arranged the whole thing. The Menhi, with whom I was giving concerts, he has got all those qualities that we teach our people, the Indian musicians, but very few of us even have that. And that is principally the humility and the love, and love for others, love for other music, and trying to understand, and all these great qualities. He's not only a great musician, but a beautiful human being. As a sitar player, I'm orthodox, I'm a purist, and I keep to my Binkar Gharana, which I learned from my Guru Baba Alauddin Khan. But as a composer, I'm never frightened to experiment. I do all sorts of things. I have tried, good, bad, indifferent, as for people to judge, but including electronic music or Japanese music. But I like to see the bridge where it resembles our music, and whatever I compose has the basis of Indian music, whether classical, contemporary or folk. What happened, he had a partner who was French. Her name was Simone Barbier. She was a pianist, beautiful pianist. And he was so much in love with her and started teaching her dancing. She left piano. Name was given Simki. Bizarre instrument. Really, can you imagine? 1932.
Wow.
Simki.
Oh.
He was such a wonderful dancer, and it was just not sexy, but it was beautiful. This is me. He created a whole new style, but it was never westernized. That's the beauty of it. His inspiration was, at that time, what he had seen in his childhood in Rajasthan, Shiva Parvati, or any. Even in India, they used to almost come and do pranam to them, thinking they were Radha and Krishna. Yeah, it is due to him that we are all here. Baba, my music guru. Whenever I think of him, I have a mixture of fear and awe. For us, Guru is sometimes greater even than God. He is the teacher through whom all knowledge is passed on. When I first came to Baba in Maihar, he was shocked to see me. I was a dancer in Paris in my brother Uday's troupe. Uday taught me many things during those years. He gave me a great love and respect for the beautiful traditions of my country. But I was young in those days and very spoiled. Everything excited me. Dance, painting, music. I used to fiddle with many instruments in those days, including the sitar. I dressed like a dandy and chased girls all the time. Baba would always say to me, "In this life you must do one thing, and one thing persistently. But you are like a butterfly. If you want to learn music, you must leave everything else. When you feel you are ready, then come to me." For a year and a half, I struggled with myself. Then finally, I left Paris and came to Baba in Maihar. Taking a guru was the biggest decision of my life. It demanded absolute surrender, years of fanatic dedication and discipline. I stayed with Baba more than 7 years. He was a tyrant absolutely, and I was always frightened of him. Now I thank God for bringing me to Baba. What he gave me is all my life.
Dayani Dupaharani Jagadadani Jalamukhi Mata Saraswati Sarada Prudhistiki Dayaramapani Apani Guna Bakasati Ragatala Mana Karakarazuano Sarada Vidyadani Dayani Dupaharani Jagadadani Jalamukhi Mata.
Those months, years we spent in his little room, on one piece, one raga, until it became alive, and we both would shed tears. Gurukul system is one of the greatest things that has been existing in our tradition, and I sincerely hope and pray that it will continue to exist, because According to our tradition, we consider Guru as the greatest emblem for all sort of learning. We respect the Guru at times more than God even. And it is the total surrendering of oneself to the Guru for whatever vidya or whatever art or technique or craft. It could be music, it could be yoga, it could be religious training or anything for that matter. And this feeling of reverence, respect and total surrender helps one to really learn, and with proper sadhana, that is, discipline and work and total humility, one can achieve a great deal.
I'm sorry.
I'll do this.
Yes, the
little change.
tirarattam.
Pa 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 pa. Like this.
Can we do that?
So many Western musicians and composers have taken to our music. It's something I have always hoped for. I have known Yehudi Menuhin since I was a child in Paris. Through the years, he's awakened so much interest in our classical music. It's a joy to play with him. It is strange to see pop musicians with sitars. I was confused at first. It had so little to do with our classical music. When George Harrison came to me, I didn't know what to think. But I found he really wanted to learn. I never thought our meeting would cause such an explosion. That Indian music would suddenly appear on the pop scene. It's peculiar. But out of this, a real
know
interest
anything
is
about
growing.
Indian music, it is, you have to say that Ravi Shankar has been sort of our guru to American audiences with his frequent concerts and film scores and so on. An amazing musician, Ravi Shankar.
Sadhana is one of our very important things in all fields of art, religion, and sadhana is very difficult to explain in English. It's not just mere work or practice. It's with that feeling of total surrendering to Guru and reverence and dedication and fanatic zeal in working. That's all summed up in the word sadhana. And without sadhana, nothing can be achieved. And that's sort of the message that I have for the young people, is that there's nothing that can be achieved instantly or through the help of drugs or through help of, giving up everything and living a life of giving up just mere wealth is not enough. You see, one has to work hard. Unless one has the sadhana, as you said, nothing can be achieved. So there must be total discipline and proper sadhana. Very difficult for a person like myself, who is insatiable in demanding so much from the life, and also at the same time wanting to give so much. I am so deeply grateful to all of you for being here and wishing me for a long and happy life. I'll ask something more from you. I'll ask each of you to bless me so that till the end of my life, till the last day of my life, I can be active and creative and try to achieve at least half of whatever I would like to, and make all of you really very proud of me. Thank you.